Hope everyone is doing lovely. Everyone having a good, wonderful day today. Yes, we are. We're going to have a wonderful day, a wonderful time today. So, staying out the way. We have to stay out of the way in the midst of everything that's going on.
Hang on, Tom.
Protesting, protesting, and everything else. We have to stand out the way. Staying out the way of certain people too, certain groups, you know. And I'm talking about gangs. We know that we're not supposed to be, officiated with gangs because eventually you're going to do something that, you're not supposed to do, which is probably raping, robbing, stealing. And when I say robbing, I'm talking about different things, hijacking, doing things that you're not supposed to do. You know enough of right from wrong. You know enough. So that's why I say staying out the way. Sometimes you just have to get to yourself, like I heard someone say, and like I say, get to yourself where you can think and can hear your mind think. Get your thoughts together mentally, because that's where it starts. At here mentally. If you don't have this together, it's not gonna be together. Yeah, I got my little ponytail going on today. Yeah. So, talking about me. So, today was an interesting day for me. Yes, it was. Thank you so much. So staying out the way, sometimes we have to do things that we don't want to do. As I've said before, a lot of people don't want to work on a job because they say that job don't pay a lot, like McDonald's, Burger King, and all those little fast food places. But it's better than anything. It's better than nothing. At least you can be able to buy yourself, if it's nothing else but a piece of bread. It will keep you alive, and water. It will keep you alive. But a lot of people, they don't see it that way. They want to go for the big boy, big girl jobs, which nothing is wrong with that, but sometimes we get the crowd before we walk, especially if we don't have the education. If we didn't go to school for a particular job, sometimes it's that way. I've heard some people say, it's been a while, they was doing YouTube and they said, oh, I have to get another job because they saw that they wasn't making any money. Well, nothing I can say about that. I guess you got yourself a job, I guess. It's just, if you're on YouTube and you know that you don't have any source of any other income coming through, you cannot do YouTube. I mean, that's just common sense. You can't do YouTube 24/7, or you're not living with someone. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to, family or whoever you live with. I mean, you cannot do YouTube 24/7. You have to be living with someone. But I've seen homeless people do videos. Oh, construction. Hi, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Excuse me, I mean something. But yeah, I'm just saying. Today is a beautiful day, and y'all make sure y'all get out in some of that fresh air and receive some of that fresh air. Don't just sit up inside. Just like now, I'm doing it on the inside because I'm doing my video, and outside is a lot of racket, and I want it quiet. So, but believe me, I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna get me some fresh air. Y'all don't see that, but I'm gonna get my fresh air. And I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. It is just so good to just be alive. People just don't look at their blessing. Yeah, so. Any questions, anyone? Thank you for my heart. Somebody always giving hearts. Thank you. I'll take that too. Y'all know what? I want to get me a sourdough bread starter. Y'all know that bread tastes good? It tastes way better than just plain bread. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tastes way better. Yep, it do. And when I went to Walmart, I tried to find the sourdough bread. They only had one left. So somebody else was getting it. And they left one. And I got it. Let you know. That sourdough bread is good. Over there in the bakery section, it's good. So is everyone having a good time today? I mean, a good morning? Is it cool enough for y'all? Or hot enough? It's just right for me. That's why I have this on. And like I told my husband, I said, if it get any cooler, my neck gonna be wrapped up in a scarf because I just can't, I don't want to get sick. I don't want to get sick. Y'all can have that. Hi and yes. Okay. Thank you for coming out. Tina said hi. Hi. Hey. She said, hey. Hey. How y'all doing? Is everybody doing okay? We making it? Y'all can like, comment, subscribe, share. Thank y'all so much. Bless. Yes. How is your morning going so far? Question. Well, it's going good. As I always say, I'm here on YouTube. It's a blessing to be up, to wake up. It's a blessing to be able to move. Hey, and I always try to encourage people in some kind of a way and form. Even though I try to teach y'all too to encourage yourself. You might be moving slow, but you are moving. So, you have to look at everything. You just can't look at it. You may not move fast as everybody else, but you start off slow and then you keep working at it. You'll get medium to fast. But you don't want to move too fast. You might trip over something, don't see it. And then you got a boo-boo. So, I am excited this morning. I'm not going to tell y'all what. I'm just excited. I am. I guess y'all see the door, huh? Yeah, y'all see the door. Yep. It's closed. Okay, that's good. That's probably how you do your lives too, huh? Yeah, so staying out the way. I suggest that everyone do that because like I said before, we don't know what people are going through. You say you agreeing, yeah. We don't. And everybody's not going to tell you everything they're going through. And we all are going through something. Yes, we are. But yeah, like the young lady said who was doing YouTube, someone physically that I saw, she said, oh, I got to stop. It's like it just all hit her like a ton. But she said, ooh. She said, I got to stop doing YouTube because I'm not making any money. Yeah, you're going to have to stop doing it if you see that you can't, that's common sense. You can't do it 24/7 or however long you want to do it, So, yeah, that's common sense. And just like I know somebody, I'm not going to say who, she was married into the family, I'll say that much. She said, ugh. She said, I can't do that YouTube. She said, I got to go to work. And she working. So, it's just all on that person. As the old people say, you have to choose your own battle, use common sense. I wouldn't be on YouTube, and I'd be on here. I'm pretty sure some of y'all know, because some of y'all follow me a lot, because I can do that. you know. But if I saw where I couldn't be on YouTube like I do, I wouldn't be on here doing this. I wouldn't. I wouldn't be on here. But I'm glad that she can see that, you know. And do anyone have any questions or anything they want to talk about? We can talk about something else. And normally when I open up the door for that, someone comes and say something stupid. So they do. I mean, that's how I come up with a title, and I try to stick to my title. But then every time I try to get a little bit off my title, someone else come with all that foolishness. So, anyone have any questions? Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, so true. I've actually seen that happen. I mean, you have to use common sense. If you see you can't do YouTube much as you want to do, and you have to put some time into it. I wouldn't do it. You got to get up and go do something else. Yeah. And you laugh. She said, "Whoa, I can't do YouTube." I mean, what did she think? Did she think that the money was gonna come right away? But anyways, y'all know what I'm talking about. I try to talk about, someone be asking me, they say they new to my channel, and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get off. They come, they say I subscribe, and they really did. I can see when I end it. And they say, "What is your channel about?" And I tell them what it's about. I teach them mainly on stuff. Basically, it's survival stuff. Basically, it's stuff, that I figured everyone should know, but I know some people are young. I have 18-year-olds that come on this channel all the way up, Sometimes 18-year-old may not know. They may not have a mom, or, they may have someone else. They may have came up, another way, foster parent. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the situation. But, and, I do talk on my other channels, Facebook, Instagram, Thread. I talk, what do you think about the government shutdown? Hold on. I do talk about politics on those channels. I don't talk about that on here, on my live. I don't do that. So don't nobody come with that. Because if you do, I don't have to talk about it. What do you think about the government shutdown? Question. And that's a question that I don't talk about. Because that's getting into politics. And right now, I don't want to do that on my live. That's not what my live is about. I'll talk about stuff, but in certain stuff, I just said I didn't want to talk about that. And it's a reason. And I enjoyed y'all today, and I'm gonna be busy. My fig tree, and I'm gonna say this, and I know I keep saying I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get off. It's dying, and I had to put a bunch of water on it, and the water, it was full, and then it hurried up and sucked it up. So I got to nurse it back to health. It's not all the way dying, but it was just, you be busy doing other stuff, and sometimes you forget. Y'all can't see my hands. Sometimes you forget. So I got to nurse that tree back to health. And I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.